Hey fam, have you ever had a moment where something so small just breaks you down? It's like you're so strong most days. You push through it, you smile through it, you pray through it. But one day, just out of nowhere, you find yourself crying over shoelaces. Yeah, that was me. And looking back now, I realized it wasn't about the shoes. It was about what God was teaching me through it. So let me tell y'all a story. I remember being a little girl, maybe like 5 or 6 years old, and my dad looked at me and said, "All right, it's time to learn how to tie your shoes." Now let me tell y'all, I lost it. I wasn't having it. I was crying, stomping my feet, and just like, oh my goodness, you would think he would ask me to climb a mountain with no shoes. This is what I told him. I was like, "No, I don't want to. Please, Daddy, please." I'm just going crazy. Like learning this new skill was going to ruin my life. He just looked at me and said, "Come on now, stop that. Let's go." And every single day after that, he sat down with me, taught me, encouraged me, corrected me when I had one too many loops. And one day I finally did it. I tied my shoes and he smiled and nodded and said, "See, I knew you could do it." Now back then I thought I was just learning something random, but now I see it was more than just shoes. He was teaching me how to face what I didn't want to face. He was equipping me to stop depending on others for things I was capable of doing myself. So here's the real part. Some of us have been asking God to take the pressure off, but he's trying to show you how to walk in it with power. You're crying, but he's still equipping you. You're overwhelmed, but he's not backing off, because while you're praying for relief, he's developing resilience. You see, the tears don't mean you're weak. They mean you're in training. In Hebrews 12:11, it says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." So let's be honest, nobody wants to be trained by life. Training means sweating. Training means failing. Training means showing up when you're tired, irritated, or confused. And sometimes God trains us in ways that feel unnecessary. We're like this sometimes. We'll say, "God, why this job?" And he'll say, "Because it's teaching you humility and patience." We say, "Well, why this delay?" "Because it's training you to trust my timing and not yours." "Well, why did they walk away from me?" "Because I'm training you not to beg for what I didn't send." See, the key word in the verse is later on. The growth doesn't come in the moment. It comes in maturity. It doesn't feel good now, but it will produce peace later. Not drama, not chaos, not confusion, peace. So let's break this down, especially for my younger people. Have you ever tried to learn a new skill? Maybe you're in school or your first real job, and it feels like everything is overwhelming. Like you're expected to know how to do something nobody ever taught you. You know what? That's training. And for my grown folks, more seasoned people, have you ever been in a season where God is pruning your circle, shutting doors, or calling you to leave people behind? People you've known for years. Well, you know what? That's training too. God doesn't just train you with opportunities. He trains you with resistance. Sometimes he'll sit back and let you struggle, not to abandon you, but to strengthen you. Kind of like going to the gym and asking the trainer to take all the weights off. That's not training. That's just showing up. So let's be real. Sometimes we act like spiritual toddlers. God's like, "Let's grow in this area." And we're like, "No, I want to stay right here where it's comfortable and cozy." We'll be on the floor crying over spiritual shoelaces we won't even tie. And God is like your parent who's seen this meltdown before. He's not panicking. He's patient, but he's not backing down either, because he knows what's coming up next. He knows what you need to be prepared for. I know you're tired. I know you've been asking God, when will it get easier? And he's saying, when you stop running from what I'm trying to teach you, you don't quit the process just because it's uncomfortable. You don't curse the tears just because they feel inconvenient. You're crying, but you're being equipped. You're being equipped to lead, equipped to stand, equipped to love better, equipped to trust deeper, equipped to walk into the very thing that you've been praying for. So the next time you're in a situation that feels overwhelming, where your first instinct is to cry or say, I don't wanna, remember that little girl learning to tie her shoes. God sees the tantrum, but he also sees your potential, and he's not leaving your side. He's sitting with you, guiding your hands until one day you look down and realize you're stronger now and you can handle more than you thought because you were trained by the tears, but you came out equipped with peace.